This message must find you, then never again. Not because there won't be more reminders after this, but because not every moment of guidance reaches the heart the same way twice. Right now, something inside you is listening differently. You can feel it, a pause, a strange stillness, like your heart knows this isn't just another video to watch and forget. And maybe that's exactly why Shaitan wanted you distracted before this, because he knows what happens when a person finally pauses long enough to reflect, when they stop running from themselves, when they begin to see clearly again. You've been busy lately, not always with intent thing, just noise, endless scrolling, constant thought, filling every quiet moment. So you never have to sit alone with your heart. But silence reveals things distraction hide. It exposes neglecting what you've been delaying, what your soul has been quietly serving for while your mind is stayed entertained, and deep down you already know it. You know there are prayers you delete, conversation with Allah you haven't had in a long time, parts of your heart that have become distant while you convince yourself you still had time. That's the dangerous part about distance from Allah. It rarely happens all at once. It happens slowly, one missed prayer without care, one delay after another, one distraction repeated so many times that it starts to feel normal. And Shaitan laughs later, because later turns into weeks, weeks turn into years, and suddenly a heart that once felt soft and connected begins to feel numb without even. Isn't here to destroy your hope. It's here to wake you up before your heart becomes too comfortable with distance, before your soul adjusts to surviving without closeness to Allah. Because the truth is, you are never created just to exist distracted. You are created for purpose, for worship, for a connection with Allah that brings peace no distraction could ever replace. So before you move on from this, ask yourself honestly, what has your heart been chasing lately? What's been taking your attention more than your creator? What keeps pulling you away every time you try become better? And don't ignore the feeling inside in right now. That discomfort, that reflection, that awareness. It's a mercy, a sign that your heart is still alive enough to respond before it becomes hardened by constant distraction. Because one day there will come a reminder and cannot respond to anymore. Moment where time runs out, where intentions can no longer become actions, where I change later finally reaches its end. So let this be the moment that changes something, not through fear alone, but through awareness, through sincerity, through finally realizing that Allah is still giving you time, is still calling you back, is still opening the door before it's too late. And maybe years from now, you will look back at this exact moment, this pause, this message, this feeling in your chest, and realize it was never random at all. It was the moment your heart woke up before it drifted too far away. And the truth is, your heart has been tired for a long time. Not just physically tired, but spiritually exhausted, carrying too much noise, too many distractions, too many things that entertained your mind while serving your soul. You felt not in quiet moments before that emptiness after hours all scrolling, that strange heaviness after laughing, watching, consuming everything except the one thing your heart actually needed, a feeling that says there has to be more than this. And there is, but Shaitan wants you numb enough to stop searching for it, because a distracted heart is easier to control than a reflective one. That's why he fears moments like this, moments where you slow down long enough to remember Allah, long enough to think about your life, your direction. Because awareness is dangerous to Shaitan, but this world moves fast, so fast that people barely sit with themselves anymore. Every